Hi everyone, welcome to the channel. My name is Seva. I'm the co-founder of a digital agency, Grid Traffic, that helps businesses grow and scale through high-performing ad strategies. At Grid Traffic, we specialize in paid advertisements, sales funnels, conversion optimizations, helping brands maximize their ROI on platforms like Google, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Pinterest, Amazon, and so on. Now, let's get back to today's topic. How to scale your Facebook ads for e-commerce the right way, step by step. So scaling your Facebook ads isn't just about increasing your budget. If you do it the wrong way, your ad performance will crash, your costs will go up, and you'll just waste money fast. And in today's video, I'm about to teach e-commerce business owners and marketers how to scale their Facebook ads effectively, show real strategies with examples to increase sales while maintaining the ROI, and explain key concepts like audience expansions, budget scaling, and campaign structuring. I see e-commerce brands make the same three mistakes over and over and over again trying to scale, so let's get through them one by one. The first mistake is increasing budget too fast. A lot of businesses think they can just double, triple their ad spend overnight and get the same double results. But that's not how the Facebook algorithm works, and when you scale too aggressively, Facebook struggles to find new quality customers, so your cost per purchase goes up, your ROAS drops, and you just end up paying way more per conversation than before. The second mistake is ignoring ad attribution and delayed reporting. As we all know, or don't know, after Apple's iOS 14 Plus updates, Facebook Ads Manager no longer gives you real-time and fully accurate conversation tracking. This means some of your sales, especially those that happen outside of Facebook's tracking window, won't be attributed correctly. And if you don't know this, you might turn off good campaigns too soon because they look just unprofitable in Ads Manager. For example, let's say Facebook reports a 1.2 ROAS, right? But when you check your total score revenue in Shopify or GA4, which is Google Analytics, the actual return is 2.8. That's a huge difference, right? And many brands make this mistake of killing profitable campaigns just because Facebook underreports results. And when they do that, they lose out of long-term scaling potential. So instead of relying on Facebook ads, you should always check GA4 post-purchase service to track where your buyers comes from, third-party attribution tools like Triple Whale or Hyris, and by using these extra data points, you can make smarter scaling decisions and avoid shutting down ads that are actually not working. And by using these extra data points, you can make smarter scaling decisions and kind of avoid shutting down ads that are actually working. All right, let's get to the third point, which is not testing audiences and creatives before scaling. Here's the thing. If you scale ads without first testing multiple audiences and ad creatives, you're taking a huge risk. Let's say you have only one winning ad and one winning creative. What happens if this doesn't work? If this just stops working? Your performance will crash, you're left with no backup plan, right? And instead, before you even think about scaling, you should have at least 3-5 different audiences and 3-5 creative variations. This way, when you scale, you have multiple backups to keep performance stable. Now that we know what not to do when scaling, let's talk about two main ways you can actually scale your Facebook ads effectively. The first method is vertical scaling. This simply means increasing the budget on an ad set that is already performing well. The key here is not to increase too fast. Otherwise, you'll reset Facebook's learning phase and risk killing your performance, as we talked with you in the previous slide, right? The best practice is to increase the budget gradually, like about 20-30% every 48 hours, not more. For example, if your ad set has a budget of 100 per day, you wouldn't jump straight to 500, right? Instead, you'd scale like this. Day first, $100. Day third, $130. Day 5, $169. Day 7, $220. This method keeps the algorithm stable and helps Facebook to adjust without dropping the performance. The second method is horizontal scaling, and this is where most e-commerce brands see really the biggest growth. Instead of just increasing the budget on your existing ad set, like in vertical scaling, you can expand your reach by testing new audiences, new creatives, new placements. For example, let's say you have a winning ad targeting a broad audience. And instead of just increasing the budget on that, you can duplicate it and test a lookalike audience on past buyers, interest-based audience, like in similar niches, or use video creatives instead of just static images. And that's what makes it horizontal scaling. And by doing this, you diversify your campaigns and reduce the risk of relying too much on one ad set. It also helps you find new pockets on high converting customers. For long-term growth, you will need both, a mix of budget increases and audience expansion, so make sure to use both. But let's now move on to the step-by-step process of how to scale successfully while maintaining profitability. The first and most important step is to identify which ads are actually ready to be scaled. Not every ad should be scaled, so before increasing the budget, make sure your ad is consistently profitable at least 3-5 days. Now, here's the thing. There is no universal formula of what metrics you should track or what specific numbers they should be at, because every business has its own unit economics, profit margins, and ad goals. So what works for one brand might not work for another. That's why before you start scaling, you need to have a clear conversation with the client about what rows they consider profitable, their acceptable CPA based on product margins, which is cost per acquisition, and whether they prioritize brand awareness, customer acquisition, or profitability. And once you define these scaling benchmarks with the client, you'll know when an ad is performing well enough to be scaled. And if the numbers aren't there yet, focus on optimizing the campaign first before increasing the budget. Once you've identified a winning ad, the next step is vertical scaling, what we've talked with you before, which means gradually increasing your budget while keeping everything else the same. Here's how to do it properly. First is increase the budget by 20-30% every 48 hours. If the ad continues to perform well, repeat the process. If ROAS drops significantly, just slow down and analyze. Maybe you need to optimize something. And never scale before a full 24-hour cycle completes. And by doing this, you avoid setting Facebook's learning phase, which helps keep your costs stable. Vertical scaling alone won't get you to the next level. That's why the next step is horizontal scaling, obviously, where you expand your campaigns by introducing new audiences, creatives, and placements, as we've talked with you. Here's how to do it. Duplicate your winning ad sets and test it with different audiences. 1% lookalike of purchasers. Interest-based targeting in similar niches. Broad audience with no targeting. Test new creatives, try videos instead of images, change the ad copy or CTA, test carousels ads or product showcases. Expand into new placements. If you're running only Facebook feeds ads, try Instagram Reels, Stories, Messenger ads, Audience Network for more reach. As per my experience, I prefer Facebook Advantage placements, which makes it easier and more effectively for me, but that's up to you. And by scaling horizontally, you spread your risks across multiple audiences and creatives, which keeps your ad performance stable over time. So the step 4 is retargeting and upsells to maximize profits. Scaling isn't just about new customers. Your warm audiences are gold. The more people see your ads, the more potential customers you'll have in your warm audience. And that's where scaling from retargeting and upselling comes in. The first thing you need to do is use dynamic product ads. DPA. These ads automatically show people the exact products they viewed on your site but didn't buy. Think of it this way. If someone checked out the product but left without purchasing, they're clearly interested, right? A well-placed retargeting ad can bring them back and close the sale. The second thing is upsell and cross-sell to people who have already shown trust in your brand. Upselling. Show them a premium version of what they bought. For example, if they bought running shoes, let's say, offer them a higher end model with better features. Or cross-selling, recommend related products that complement their purchase. For example, let's say if they bought a smartphone, show them phone cases, show them screen protectors, show them wireless chargers, so on and so forth. But the question is, who should you be retargeting? Here are 3 most valuable groups to focus on. Website visitors for the past 30 days, past buyers, upsell and cross-sell them, add to cart but no purchase, the guys who added your product to cart but did not finish the process. And by scaling your retargeting campaigns alongside cold traffic, you can increase your overall profitability without increasing your acquisition costs. And in this section, I'll share the 3 advanced scaling hacks that will help you maximize your ad performance and scale profitability. The first hack is knowing when to use your CBO, which is campaign budget optimization, versus ABO in your campaigns, which is ad set budget. ABO gives you more control over testing. You set the budget for each ad set individually, which is great for isolating winners before scaling. CBO allows Facebook to distribute your budget automatically across ad sets based on performance. So this works best when you already have tested audience and creatives and want to scale more effectively. So here's the best approach. Use ABO for testing new audiences, creatives, strategies. Once you have your winners, switch to CBO for scaling, letting Facebook automatically optimize for the best performance. Second hack is using Advantage Plus shopping. If you're not using this, you're really missing out, because this AI-driven campaign type is really crushing out e-commerce brands right now. Advantage Plus campaigns automatically find your best customers across Facebook, Instagram, and the audience network. It removes a lot of the manual work in campaign setup and prioritizes purchases over everything else. So if you have an e-commerce store and you're looking to scale quickly, Advantage Plus campaigns should absolutely be a part of your strategy. And the third hack is creative refreshing, which is essential when scaling. One of the biggest reasons ad performance drops is ad fatigue, so your audience sees the same ad too many times and engagement starts to decline, which is obvious. And to prevent this, follow these 3 simple rules. First is refresh creatives every 2-3 weeks when scaling aggressively. Test different formats like videos, carousels, static images. The third one is rotate messaging. Change angles, headlines, and offers to keep ad fresh. And by keeping your creatives fresh, you ensure that your ad continue to convert without a drop in performance. This pretty much sums it up. So if you apply these strategies, you'll be able to scale profitably and grow your e-commerce brand without wasting money on ineffective ad spend. If you found this video interesting, hit the subscribe button for more expert marketing content. I'll be dropping videos every week, so turn notifications on not to miss it. And if you need help scaling your ads, check the link in the description for the free consultation. I'll personally review your campaigns and give you actionable insights to improve performance. Drop a comment below if you have any questions, and thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.